That's right, it is. Deb, who do we have today?
Oh, we have some fascinating individuals today.
Yes, we
we
do.
have Lieutenant Jason Rivera and Fireman Tim from Lake County EMS here to talk about their brand new Venom 2 Strike Force, like Lieutenant Jason Rivera and Fireman Tim. So welcome, you guys.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the show, man.
Thank you for having us out.
Yeah, awesome. So tell us how did you train for this? How did the idea for a Venom 2 even get started? Was there a snake bite in Central Florida that y'all couldn't tend to quickly enough?
Well, actually, there's many snake bites throughout the state all the time.
Right.
And hospitals take care of them as much as they can. They call poison control, and luckily, Venom 1 currently is one of the agencies that's able to help. Now, it's been going on for quite a while. They actually just had their 20-year anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah, and they have several different types of anti-venom for many different snakes.
All native?
They're not native. No, there's basically two native antivenoms that we would need here in the state of Florida, but they have, a countless number of other, cobras and different pit vipers and things like that.
So out of curiosity, I mean, what you're telling me is, like, if I get bit by cottonmouth, that anti-venom or venom, same thing, right?
Yeah.
Would be different than like a rattlesnake venom? I mean, so the different proteins within the context of the poison itself have to have different anti-venom to attack that exactly?
Yes and no. So with the pit vipers, the indigenous or the local pit vipers, like saying the cottonmouth or rattlesnake, they all have the same antivenom that they would use.
Oh, really?
Yes, those specific ones. Now we also have a coral snake, which is in the elapid family, and it would have a different type of antivenom.
Because its toxicity is different. From what I understand, the coral snake actually is a neurotoxin, whereas the rattlesnake and cottonmouth are kind of they destroy the muscle and stuff like that. I mean, tell me the exact difference there.
Yeah, so you're exactly right as far as neurological. With the coral snake, basically it paralyzes its prey. So if you're the prey, then it would stop you from breathing. It would stop you from moving, and then it would consume, whatever it bit.
I was gonna say it wouldn't be me because I'm a pretty big girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to do some gnawing.
Yeah, some non.
So when you guys see a bite and the snake isn't around, obviously if you can kill the snake after the bite, that's a big plus because then you know immediately, one glance and you know. But if the snake bites and then gets away, are you guys trained well enough to actually look at the bite and what's reacting within the first few minutes to know what antivenom is needed?
Yeah, basically we would question the patient as much as possible, find out where they were, what they were doing.
And he's just answering, "Wah!"
Exactly. Right. So we would do that. We would look at the bite. We would see if there's pain, there's swelling, redness, things that would determine if it was a coral snake or if it was some type of pit viper that would produce pain, swelling, redness, things like that.
Do you guys see, I mean, I would bet that you guys see a lot of exotics too, because I know that for us specifically, we get a lot of people who are snake lovers in the state. The climate is very apropos for a lot of the really toxic jungle type snakes like your mambas and things like that. Do you guys...
I mean, no, seriously. Mambas, and they have found 2 anacondas in waters here in Central Florida. There was one that was caught in Brevard County, and I think another that was in Volusia County, and that's a straight up Amazon snake right there.
Well, that's just like the pythons.
Exactly.
They're not local, but they're all over the Everglades. But yes, there are lots of private breeders and private holders or herpetologists that have all of those.
Yes,
Yeah, it's an official name.
Deb has one on Rolodex, but it's for a totally different thing altogether.
Hey, he's what you really call a black mamba. What are you talking about? Right.
Hey, so I know
I call
that.
him all the time.
Now I see a bucket. Environment Tim, I don't want to ignore you. So when you guys get called out to a thing, by the way, are you a scientist as well?
No,
you're not.
Just a fireman paramedic.
There's nothing just fireman,
well,
paramedic about your jobs, gentlemen. I'm sorry. You run into burning buildings while our scaredy ass are running out. So thank you.
So basically, we are able to work with Dr. Abo, who's at UF Health. He's our actual medical director for Venom 1 and Venom 2. And he's been a tremendous help, along with Venom 1, who has had 20 years of knowledge and research and hands-on. We can ask them anything, talk to them with anything. They were very gracious. And when we went down for show and tell, and they brought us to a bunch of different areas, and we were able to see all kinds of things and do lots of hands-on training that, you know, you probably wouldn't be able to get to do.
And we were gonna have Dr. Abo, on the air with us this afternoon, but he just happens to be in Guyana at the
Yes,
moment,
yes.
so.
Yeah, he's down there with Jim Jones. They're starting another revolution of religion. I gotta tell you, I hope it works out that time. Last time, really bad aerial shot for those guys.
Yeah, exactly, and don't drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah. So with that said, by the way, Lieutenant Jason Rivera is here along with Fireman Tim. They're from Venom 2, an extension of Venom 1, which
In
are
Lake County.
Yeah, who are Venom specialists down in Miami. By the way, they're legendary, are they not?
Absolutely, absolutely. They're you know, the first one, and probably besides us, the only one in the country that actually
Really?
does this
Wow.
specific,
Wow,
Jack-
way to go, Florida.
Jack, question for Lieutenant Rivera?
Or is it Fireman Tim?
Oh, great question.
Right, so basically we're right in the middle of the state, obviously, and anywhere that we could reach faster than, say, Venom 1 or another local, say, zoo or hospital or any other options, we would do it. There was actually a call probably about a month ago at Shands where a gentleman was bitten by a monocle cobra. And we don't have that anti-venom because
Now,
that's
for
not
you guys who
something-
don't know, that's a cobra with eyesight that's bad in one eye.
Right, correct,
Go ahead.
correct, yes.
No, it's not, it's called a monocle cobra because on the
Monocle.
back of the hood, that's the snake that when it rears
good,
up, right,
very good.
it opens its hood.
Whoa!
No,
Hold on, dude, you call my joke dumb? You didn't get it?
is it? Is it really to make a joke about a one-eyed snake, Ross? Don't ever, we've been hearing those jokes since
By the way,
third grade.
Lisa Lampanelli made a career out of it.
Thank you.
Let's pause there for a second. Now, before we go any further, we only have a few minutes left, and I know that you brought what seems to be a giant bucket of death.
Yeah, what does it say on the side of your bucket?
It's,
That's for
it's
later.
actually a bite hazard. So this is
Caution bite hazard.
be very, very careful taking that out. Go ahead, Tim. So this is going to be the eastern sawgrass.
Hold on, what is this again?
This
Yeah.
is the eastern sawgrass pit viper.
Okay.
It's very, very dangerous. Only about 1/10 of a drop of its venom could kill, an entire neighborhood of people.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're
Ross,
serious.
Yeah.
Ross,
Come on, Ross.
Should
No.
we walk in where he is?
Huh?
no, Ross.
The bag's
Yeah.
empty.
Come
I
on,
need you to
Ross.
come in here, Ross, real quick.
We promise. Fireman Tim won't throw it at you.
I can't throw it. The bag's empty.
Oh!
The
Fireman
bag
Tim,
is empty.
Where is it?
He says the bag is empty. I don't know where the snake is.
Tim got a joke.
Okay, real quick, before we end this segment,
Yes.
before you can get to a victim, I have heard that it's no longer good practice after a snake bite to put a tourniquet on
Correct.
an arm or a leg and then raise it above your heart.
That's
right?
it.
No tourniquets, no ice, nothing like that. Because what would actually happen is it could be necrotic or worsen the
Really?
area of that site.
Really?
So real quick, before we get into killing Ross,
Yes.
could you just give us a quick little bush way to handle if you were happen out walking around? By the way, it's hot outside. They're moving around, right?
Well, it's
Yeah,
mating
absolutely,
season,
absolutely.
right? So
Mating
snakes are on the
season,
move.
Rain makes them move all over the place.
Right, because they're looking for drier ground.
Exactly.
So if you
I'm
happen to
kind
be
of skinny, so you might find me attractive.
Oh, he does. He's looking right at you.
if you happen to be near a body of water and you happen to get hit by one of these snakes, really, what is the first thing you really should do before? I mean, to kind of stop what's happening there before as you call for help.
Well, first and foremost, very important identification. Find out what it was. Try as much as possible to see what it was. I'm not saying grab it. I'm not saying keep it on yourself. But take a picture if you can, or just try to realize what you were bitten by. That way you can pass that information along. After that, try to stay as calm as possible.
Right, yeah.
Just keep the extremity without. If it's an extremity, try not to move it too much, and then just get to the hospital as quick as possible. Just so you know, majority of people do not die from snake bites.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
You have a little bit more time than you believe. Just stay
Exactly.
calm, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Stay
Keep your heart
calm.
rate down as possible.
Right. So what happens is if they're not treated, then there could be some issues later that could be permanent issues. But majority of the time, no one dies. But
All right.
nobody wants to be disabled.
Just stay calm.
No, but
Exactly.
but the trick is And the reason why you say to stay calm, because a lot of people are thinking, possibly like myself, what do you mean stay calm?
Yeah,
I just got bit by a snake, but the whole trick is to keep your heart rate down, so you're not getting that poison circulating through your system that much faster.
A
So
common
that's why you have to stay
misconception.
calm.
A common misconception is to put ice on it, which would constrict your blood vessels,
Right.
and localize the venom, which would cause more necrosis.
Right.
Yeah, I knew
So-
that.
Okay, so we only have about a minute left, and I want to make sure that Ross gets bitten first. So
Sure.
Is
now,
this thing poisonous?
this is the
We're
Eastern.
gonna
Well,
find out. Well, they've got a bucket of
What do you mean
antivenom.
we're
Don't
gonna
worry about it.
find
Well,
out?
there's a difference between poisonous and venomous. This is
Is there?
It's yes, actually, it's another common misconception. So a venom is something that's injected, and a poison is something that you touch. So like poison dart frogs, they're
Right.
poisonous because you feel their
They
skin.
secrete the poison.
Exactly, but if it's injected, then it's a venom.
I
So-
did not realize
So this snake is
that.
only about 2.5
Can we
feet
get 'em?
long. It does have a goldish tint to it,
It's
and this is the
beautiful.
Eastern sawgrass pit viper, and apparently its venom is
Oh!
so tough.
no!
Listen, you gotta be very careful.
Oh, I gotta be careful.
No sudden
I'm
movement.
He
I'm
seems
just
a little pale.
yeah. So am I. I'm
No,
super.
you.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, why is it erect at me? It's at my leg. Ugh, I'll just. Yeah, I'm a man.
Ross, what's wrong with you? It's just a corn snake.
It's a corn snake.
Yeah, it's
He's
just.
still freaked out.
It's non-venomous.
It
It's
feels like no.
I still wanted to bite you though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, I'm about to secrete tears.
And some other things.
As long as you're not secreting what you did before the show.
Yeah.
Hey, Jason, real quick, we had somebody text us to 77031 asking if sucking the venom out of the bite wound works or just leave it alone.
Or should they stop watching movies?
Yes, exactly. Stop watching movies.
Stop watching
You know,
movies.
The funniest thing is they still do so those kits that have razor blades and,
Oh,
and
stop.
the suck. You know, don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't
Just,
do that.
just
Just
don't
call
do that.
911 and hope Venom
Exactly.
2 shows up with Fireman Tim
Exactly.
and Lieutenant Jason
Absolutely,
Rivera.
we'll be there for you.
All right, so as we get out of here, how can people learn more about Venom 2? Show me where online, where can they go, social media, stuff like
Wait,
that.
can I hold the snake?
Yes, absolutely. So we have
I'm not a pussy.
LakeCountyFL.gov. We also have the Twitter and Facebook for the county, and that's basically you could go to that site and then look up a little bit more about us.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. That's Lieutenant Jason Rivera, Fireman Tim from Venom 2 out in Lake County. You guys are the best. Thanks for your time.
Thank you for
I
having me.
appreciate you driving all that way today, buddy.
Yes.
All right, we'll be
great.
back. We'll be back with more of the Jim Colbert Show right after this.
Oh my god.